Hi, we're in Florida and Hurricane Helene is quickly approaching our shoreline. And I thought what better time to answer any questions that you might have regarding what you need to know if you're under contract and buying a home in Florida in the middle of a hurricane. First and foremost, you'll want to read your contract. Well, the good news, most contracts have in there a clause called force majeure clause or an act of God clause, where it will allow you to be able to extend the closing date, usually anywhere between 7 to 14 days, to assess the damage after the storm has come through, if any, and to do any repairs that may need to get done, make sure that you can get insurance, all that good stuff. So speaking of repairs, if you haven't closed on the home yet, typically the seller is going to be responsible for the repairs and getting the home back to the state that you agreed to purchase it in. Or you can negotiate, maybe the damage isn't that bad and they decided to give you a credit. All of that can be addressed after you find out exactly what, if anything, was damaged after the storm. Something else you want to keep in mind if you're under contract and you haven't closed on your home, when you're buying a home in Florida, especially during hurricane season, you want to try to get the insurance as soon as possible, because once there's an announcement that a hurricane's heading our way and we're in that cone, you can't bind insurance. You certainly don't want to close on a home until you have insurance. And if you have a lender, lenders will require that you get your home reappraised after the hurricane, just to make sure that your home is still in the same condition that it was prior to the hurricane. And if it isn't, if things need to be fixed, then they'll list out some of the things that need to be fixed prior to closing. So I think that, mostly what you can expect if you're under contract and a hurricane's coming through and you haven't closed yet. In most cases, everything's fine. Your closing may just be delayed, and just, you may need to assess some of the damage and see who's going to pay for what and take care of what. And if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out.